What are your goals for the future of how many territories you're looking to achieve in the next year or so?
Yeah, so we're really just getting started. We want to do it very responsibly. We're in New Jersey right now. We have corporate territories that we're turning over into franchise territories, so that they currently have relationships and there's revenue flowing through there. So we know we can turn over a couple markets pretty quickly. But year one is 5, 10, and then year two is 25 to 30, and we'll probably stay at a 30-ish number moving from year after year.
Who am I with today?
Dave Lemire with Smart Homz.
Great. Tell me more about what Smart Home does.
So we are a home technology company. We do full service in-home, home automation, home security, anything audio video from your basic TVs and surround sound systems to home theaters, golf simulators, you name it.
When did you start the business?
2018.
What made you decide to franchise the business?
So we saw that there was a lack of consistency in the industry. Like it was all kind of smaller operations. Guys were having a hard time kind of scaling past that 2 or 3 truck business. So we really kind of built a model, and the goal was always to grow and expand it. I came from a corporate background and started the company, so my goal was never to have a 1 or 2 truck business. It was always to grow something big. And I saw, franchising as the opportunity to scale quickly and bring in like-minded people who are business, want to be business owners and help grow the business rather than having hundreds of technicians and, trying to scale that way. We think franchising is a much smarter model.
And what would you say for everyone out there that maybe is thinking about either to grow by corporate locations or the franchise distribution strategy?
I would say certainly, bringing franchisees in is not only exciting because you get to share the excitement with other people who share your brand and kind of live and breathe what you're passionate about every day. Partner with folks that have done it before. It's a scary process to kind of do it on your own. So there's a lot of companies obviously coming to an event like this. There's tons of vendors and franchise development companies that can kind of help you get started and navigate some of those initial pitfalls that you might hit if you don't have kind of proper support in your corner.
No, I love that because oftentimes a lot of businesses, they actually think because they're not a typical food, you can't franchise.
Yeah, no one's really done it in our space. So we're kind of charting a new path, but it's exciting, and we can kind of see where we have a huge opportunity because it's a challenging business. It's not something very simple, and every house is different and customers are different, and we're in people's homes and it's not coming to brick and mortar locations. So we have a lot of challenges, but I think that's why no one's really solved it in our space, and we're excited to kind of be the ones who do it first.
You're going to now attract a lot of the early adopters that want to be part of the story and be part and have more of an impact versus at another franchise where you're going to be 1 out of 100 and 1 out of thousands. Now you could be in the early batch and now have more of an impact with the franchisor as well. What are your goals for the future of how many territories you're looking to achieve in the next year or so?
Yeah, so we're really just getting started. We want to do it very responsibly. We're in New Jersey right now. We have corporate territories that we're turning over into franchise territories, so that they currently have relationships and there's revenue flowing through there. So we know we can turn over a couple markets pretty quickly. But year one is 5 to 10, and then year two is 25 to 30, and we'll probably stay at a 30-ish number moving from year after year.
Love that. Now, a lot of people out there that might have a sense of fear. Help me, how did you go through that fear factor? Is, I'm going to go all in and franchise this business. How did you overcome that?
Stubborn and stupid, and I refused to quit. I just kept forging through. If I could go back, there's definitely a lot of things that maybe do differently. My one piece of advice, I tell people this all the time, if you're thinking about starting a company, go work for somebody else doing that thing for free for a year. And people are like, why would I go work for free for a year? I'm like, you're going to do it when you own your own companies. If you're not passionate about it and you wouldn't do it for free, probably shouldn't be in the business, because the first couple of years are going to be tough, and you just got to forge ahead and believe in yourself. I just kept doubling down on myself. It got me here. So
I love that. And last thing, how do you make sure you have the right people around you to really help you take this to the next level?
It's very hard in the beginning, because if you don't have an established brand, it's hard for other people to share your vision. They can't see where you're going. But once you start picking up momentum and people can see that your trajectory really is something that they can get excited about, it gets much easier, attract talent. That's another great reason the franchise is successful. You can bring in talent because they recognize the brand and they're not just working for some company that they can't be proud to work for. I think you got to get people early on. You got to get them to believe in your vision. Don't be afraid to share where you want to go. Even my first employees, I talked to them about franchising and everything had to be a system, and they're like, why? There's only 2 of us right now. Like, why are you being so neurotic about this? I'm like, you're missing the point. Like, it's the end goal, and I need them to believe in. And you'll lose people throughout the way. Not everybody's going to be there throughout the whole journey, but you find those good people, you take care of them, you give them opportunities, you push them to outside of their comfort zone and let them grow and thrive within the company. And if you know they're a problem, get rid of them quickly.
100%. You got to have the right right people around you. And most importantly, a lot of emerging brands have to have the right narrative. People don't buy necessarily just into the business, they buy into the narrative that the founders now cast of the vision.
And if they don't believe in your vision from the beginning, I don't care if it's a technician, office person, like they got to be excited about the company like you are. Otherwise, they're not going to share the passion. And it's a culture. You got to build a culture very early on. People believing in where you're going with the company is incredibly important.
And if you miss that step, it's very costly. So early on, you need to have the right mind that goes back to the right people to really have that right narrative and to achieve that type of goal. Well, thanks for your time and best of success. Do you want to franchise your business and take it to a whole new level? Click the link below to schedule a free consultation today.